Hello there and welcome to the Ajax versus Liverpool review. It finished 1-0 to Liverpool after an own goal by Tagliafico, but make no mistake, I would take a win if it went in off the backside of someone that fell over, whatever. I'll take a win, whatever it was. But what that doesn't show you is the absolute hard work that Liverpool put in. I'm not even going to look at stats. The only stats that I've looked at right after the game, which finished 5 minutes ago from me starting this recording, the only stats that I've looked at is the player ratings. The player ratings I always look at just to get a bit of a gauge of what the app is saying and what I'm thinking and what everyone is thinking. Now, listen, for some reason, the FOTMob app has given Adrian the man of the match. Now he made a lot of saves, made a lot of important saves as well, and I'm going to give credit to Adrian. I was convinced we weren't going to get a clean sheet. I was convinced that we were going to concede at least one goal. I said it in my preview video earlier today. I was absolutely dead cert that we were not going to keep a clean sheet in this game, and I was astounded to see the hard work from Adrian and the good positioning, the good moments that he had in the game. There were some bad moments as well, which always come into his game, most notably right in the 95th minute or just about thereabouts, and he fumbles the ball and he gets he gets himself out of trouble, gets himself, the players around him made sure that nothing further happened, that we don't concede a goal in the 95th minute, because that would have been the needle in the balloon of tonight. Now, people might think, how can you get excited over a game like this, where you've scored one goal, but it was an own goal? The whole performance of that Liverpool team was outstanding. It was outstanding. Early on in the game, we were conceding chances that we possibly shouldn't be conceding. But what I saw and why I wasn't greatly worried, even if we conceded even a couple of goals, what I could see from that back four and Adrian was them adjusting. They were adjusting. I don't think Joe Gomez and Fabinho have played as a partnership before. I might be wrong, but I don't think they have. It's always been like Gomez has maybe been injured and Fabinho partners Van Dijk. It was like this partnership was, even though they've had training, they're figuring each other out. They're figuring out what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are as well. And it looked like they were figuring that out for most of the first half, because when we came into the second half, it felt like we had a bit more control. Still got caught on the counter-attack a couple of times as well. They've got dangerous players. Their players were excellent, and massive credit to Ajax as well, because they came out playing their football, and they were very, very, very good at it. Their attacking play was probably a little bit better than ours, if I'm being completely honest. It just so happened we got the rub of the green in this game and actually put it in the back of the net, because their defending and their goalkeeper were outstanding as well. And it was just that little slice of luck that fell our way that made sure that we actually went and got the 1-0 victory. Now, the whole team, for me, played really, really well. I felt even Curtis Jones did well as well. Now, I'm not sure whether, because in the Champions League we can make 5 substitutions at 3 separate periods, but if you make a substitution at half-time, you still have 3 periods in the second half to make other substitutions. Now, I don't know whether that's why he took Curtis Jones on or off or not, but I do feel that when Henderson came on, it's what Henderson does. He gave us more control, gave us a bit more authority in the midfield as well, because we were getting overran in midfield. And I do feel that, alright, I wanted Curtis Jones to start as well, but I didn't think we were going to start with Milner, Gini Wijnaldum and Curtis Jones. I feel if it was Henderson was starting over Milner, perhaps, maybe we'd still have a bit more of that control. Not slating Milner there whatsoever. Milner had a good game, in my opinion. He was everywhere, exactly where he was everywhere you expect him and you don't expect him to be. He was absolutely fantastic. I felt the front three I felt Mane and Salah were very good. I felt that Firmino he's still not having the impact on the game that I would like him to have. When they changed the whole front three around 60 minutes, for me, I know that Mane got like some ice on his knee or something like that, but it looks like that must have been planned. If everything's going to plan by like 60 minutes, you guys are all coming off, and I'm going to make wholesale changes to bring Minamino on, Jota, and Shaqiri as well. And those 3 that came on, I felt did absolutely fine as well. I felt that Jota had some really, really good chances, and I was hoping he was going to score. I really was. When he got, I don't know how Onana came out that quick near the halfway line when Jota got in and intercepted the ball. I don't know how he got out that quick, but he did. And hey, but I felt that if Jota could be clean through, then he could have obviously got the goal. I felt that he was very lively. I felt he was very, very good. I felt the same about Minamino as well. And I think that Shaqiri, most of his danger was from set pieces, but also I just feel he's a very good passer of the ball as well. I felt he offered so much to us. So what that actually showed me throughout that whole game, substitutions included, is that there is depth in this team. There is depth in attacking that can help us spread out the burden of attacking play in the midfield as well. We've still got Naby Keita to come back, still got Oxlade-Chamberlain to come back as well, and we've still got a lot of players that are available. It's only in defence where we were nervous, and obviously at goalkeeper. Now, Alisson's meant to be back before we play Man City. I'll be totally honest with you, I don't know when that is. I think we've got Sheffield United at the weekend, and then after that, I'm not entirely sure what our fixtures are. But I could not be prouder of that Liverpool team for starting off our Champions League campaign with 3 points, a victory. All right, a scrappy game in some parts, but I felt it was two attacking teams playing a chess match, and it was really, really interesting to watch. It's unfortunate for Ajax, because I actually do think that they attacked a little bit better than us. I felt that their fluid movement was much more fluid than ours for long periods of the game as well. And I felt that they actually, if I was looking at it from a neutral, you'd be looking at that saying, Ajax actually do deserve something from this game. They did. It's not the way it fell. I'm glad that Liverpool got the win, get the 3 points in the Champions League. We move on. So, hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. By the way, my man of the match was Fabinho. Oh my God, Fabinho. Or as someone called him on Twitter, Virgil van... what was it? I think it was like Virgil van Fabinho or something like that. The man was absolutely fantastic. And when I said I thought he would slot in at centre-back and that he would do well because he's played well as a centre-back for us before, he did exactly what he said in the tin. He was absolutely phenomenal. Goal line clearance, just like Milner last year. I think it was in the Premier League game Milner's one was. And I can't remember who it was against. But even so, Fabinho was out. He was absolutely lights out, outstanding. Really good measure of the ball. Really good passing ability, which he obviously has in midfield as well. Getting into tackles, jumping for the ball, headers, winning tackles, turning over possession, moving the ball forward, progressing into midfield, which is his natural way anyway, his natural place to be, and spreading the ball forward. He was fantastic. And if Gomez, I'm going to say about Gomez as well, he was very, very good. A little bit shaky to begin with, a little bit shaky sometimes, a little bit too committed, a little bit too aggressive going into midfield to chase players, like getting in behind players and trying to get the ball off them into midfield. But once he settled down a little bit, Joe Gomez was very, very good as well, and very, very key in us keeping a clean sheet as well. All of them were. Robertson, Trent, the entire team, very, very good, well-managed, one of the best well-managed games I've seen in terms of game management and tactics that I've seen from Jurgen Klopp. Probably in a long time. We didn't go out there gung-ho. We knew we couldn't do that. Can't do that against Ajax. They'll kill you on the counter-attack. So we played the game smart. Even if we came out there with a 0-0, it would still be a good performance if it was played like that. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this game. Who was your man of the match? I'm pretty sure I don't even need to ask. Everyone is pretty much saying Fabinho and is collective in saying so as well. We move on to the weekend, which is against Sheffield United. Let me know who you think is going to be starting in that game. We're going to be doing previews for that. Hopefully a little bit earlier than I have done them today. Got a bit slacky, but hey, it is how it is sometimes. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed your evening. I'm going to go to bed. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you later.